NNAMDI
Guys, welcome to TJMTV Daily News Update, your one-stop channel for everything news and gist happening all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time this video got to you. And if this is your first time of seeing any of our videos, please don't forget to go a step further, like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first persons to know whenever we drop a new video. Now let's take you straight up to the main news.
Coalition of Northern Group condemns Kanu potential release plus face bandits and Boko Haram, Ohanese tells Arewa youth. As Coalition of Northern Group calls for the arrest of Mbazulike. Hi guys, this is the TJMTV Daily News Update. The Coalition of Northern Group (CNG) has urged the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, to reaffirm his statesmanship by refusing to be cajoled into interfering with the principle of separation of power and independence of the judiciary by interfering in NNAMDI Kanu's case. It urged the President Muhammadu Buhari to explore legal means to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, NNAMDI Kanu, who is being detained in the custody of the Department of State Service and tried for treason before Justice B. Tayoko of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Suleiman Abdulaziz, the spokesman of the Coalition of Northern Group, made a statement at a media briefing in Kanu and expressed concern over what he described as the desperation of some Igbo leaders to truncate Nnamdi Kanu's trial, saying that the development was unfortunate and unacceptable. He said Igbo leaders demand to release Nnamdi Kanu, and Buhari's pledge to consider their plea has vindicated the group's earlier position that the indigenous people of Biafra had been enjoying the support of some Igbo leaders. The level of desperation to abort Kanu's trial for masterminding violence through his separatist agitation reached its peaks with a recent visit of some respected Igbo leaders led by the First Republic Minister Mbazulike Amechi to President Muhammadu Buhari to plead for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The demand and Buhari's promise to consider their request represent nothing but a grand conspiracy to condone and impose mayhem on the Nigerian state, he said. Suleiman Abdulaziz lamented that President Muhammadu Buhari's body language towards acceding to the demand for Kanu's release must uphold the universal principle of separation of power between the executive and the judiciary by allowing the law to take its course in the case of NNAMDI Kanu, who have caused mayhem in the Nigerian state. Suleiman further argued that if the federal government failed to punish Nnamdi Kanu, the country would be reduced to a lawless state where criminals could commit all sorts of crime relentlessly. Any group or individual involved in this complicity to release Nnamdi Kanu through subversion of the cause of justice should be considered an accomplice and sponsor of the atrocity and crime committed by the indigenous people of Biafra, he added. He further maintained that the North would no longer remain idle when its people were being targeted, while perpetrators of crimes were being shielded by tribal bigots who parade themselves as leaders of the country. This is the TJMTV Daily News Update. Meanwhile, on other news, the Igbo Apex Sociocultural Organization, Ohanese has come hard on the leadership of the Arewa youth over their opposition to the unconditional release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Northern Group spoke after a meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the elders of the Igbo land, led by Chief Mbazulike Amechi. Shetima Yerima, the president of the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum (AYCF), in an interview with newsmen, has claimed that allowing Nnamdi Kanu to go unpunished would be harmful to the Nigerian state and the federal government. However, in a statement issued by the President General of the Ohanese Ndibo Youth Council Worldwide, Mazi Nnabike Okwi, he accused Shetima of playing politics with a very sensitive matter. a matter that is bigger than the North. In a statement, NNAMDI wondered why the Arewa youth has never given such opposition to the release and reintegration of the so-called repentant Boko Haram terrorists, but we are against the release of NNAMDI Kanu, a freedom fighter. He noted that we have consistently made it clear that NNAMDI Kanu is engaging in self-determination, which is recognized under the international law and conventions. The Biafran agitation is also undoubtedly being fueled by the ill treatment of the Igbo in Nigeria. Until this point, there appears to have been no lesson learned by those benefiting from this unjust nature of the country. And that is why the Arewa youth can talk the way they just did. One expects that they should be more concerned with the worsening activities of bandits and Boko Haram than NNAMDI Kanu. The Igbo group urged President Muhammadu Buhari to go ahead and honor the Igbo leaders in line with his promise during the visit. We are also urging the governors and the Southeast caucus of the National Assembly led by Senator Ike Ekweremadu not to relent on their own efforts. The timely release of NNAMDI Kanu should be of utmost concern to every Igbo person, and our political, religious, and traditional leaders must unite to accomplish this goal. This is TDGM TV Daily News Update. Meanwhile, on other news, the coalition of Northern Group CNG on Monday in Kanu demanded for the arrest and prosecution of members of the Chief Amechi Mazulike-led, highly respected Igbo great leaders who recently appeared before President Muhammadu Buhari to facilitate the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI Kanu. Recall that TDGM News has earlier reported that a former aviation minister and First Republic parliamentarian, Mazulike, has recently led eminent Igbo leaders to Aso Rock, where they pleaded with President Muhammadu Buhari to, among other things, ensure the release of NNAMDI Kanu so as for peace to return and normalcy and economic activities in the Southeast. But however, the coalition of the Northern Group viewed Mbazulike's group demand as unpatriotic and called for the arrest of all the members of that group. According to the spokesperson, they demanded for the arrest and prosecution of those Igbo leaders and any other group or individuals who are involved in this complicity to get NNAMDI Kanu freed by subverting the course of justice as accomplice and sponsor of the many atrocities and crimes committed by NNAMDI Kanu against humanity and the Nigerian state. According to them, the group's demand and the president's promise represent nothing short of a grand conspiracy to condone and impose an agenda of destruction and collective mayhem seen in several unreasonable and unacceptable actions that has been perpetrated against the Nigerian state and the people by NNAMDI Kanu. The demand and Buhari's disturbing promise to consider it without minding the numbers of soldiers, policemen, and thousands of other innocent Nigerians already murdered and presently physically threatened by the indigenous people of Biafra terrorists on the part of those in power. They allege that Buhari's response to the Igbo leader demand could also signal a dangerous endorsement of the amassing of the huge number of arms already imported by the indigenous people of Biafra terrorists and those sponsoring their cause in the country. The Northern Group has also maintained that the president's body dance tours acceding to the demand for NNAMDI Kanu's release suggests that he has lost the statesmanship and courage to uphold the universal principle of separation of power between the executives and the judiciary. This has also further exposed the extent of complicity and docility of our cleric and other community leaders who were in the forefront of urging tolerance from Northerners when they came under incessant attack but could not find a voice to speak out. This is TDGM TV Daily News Update. So guys, here we have it. We have seen the Northern Group and Arewa coming out to say that the president should arrest the group that came to Aso Rock to plead for the unconditional release of NNAMDI Kanu. And also they said that if the president goes or by any means release NNAMDI Kanu unconditionally, that it will lead to chaos in the country. that they went further to say that the Biafran IPOB are terrorists. And a lot of people have been saying that the Northerners should face the Boko Haram terrorists, the bandits that are ravaging the north, instead of prognosing into what is not their concern. The NNAMDI has responded to Ariwa Youth and the coalition of Northern Group that they should face Boko Haram and bandits who are terrorizing the northern part of this country. That they should not bother themselves with a freedom fighter like NNAMDI Kanu. So guys, concerning the unconditional release of NNAMDI Kanu, what are your thoughts? The Ariwa Youth has come out to say that NNAMDI Kanu must pay for his sin according to the Ariwa Youth. And some other persons like the NNAMDI has told the Ariwa Youth to be concerned about the bandits and the Boko Haram terrorists that are ravaging the north. So guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that the Ariwa Youth should be more concerned about the bandits, or they should be more concerned about the release of NNAMDI Kanu unconditionally? Drop your comment in the comment section below.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of this video. But before we go, we just want to let you know that we're also on Facebook and on Instagram at DJMTV. Also check out our website at www.djmtv.news. There we drop news 247 non-stop. Do not forget that you could also place your advert with us here on DJMTV News, and be rest assured that your business will get to the desired market. Well, so we'll come your way again with another edition of DJMTV Daily News Update. I remain your host, Laura Favor.
Yeah.
DJMTV. DJMTV.
People don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJMTV.
DJMTV. DJMTV. DJMTV. DJMTV.
Some of the delegates and ask them questions.
DJMTV. DJMTV.